Track number 10 on the album we get is Don't Worry, I'll Make You Worry. Yeah, yeah. Damn. Damn. It's good. It's really, really good. This
Yippee-ki-yo, yippee-ki-yay. Working like 3 jobs, ready for a vacate. Like it when we touch down, like it when we spontaneous. So I work as hard as I play. I'm trying to see you in the moonlight, so you can meet me by the poolside. I know you're looking for a good time, yeah. But listen, baby, you just show. Cause this is not a trip, this is how I feel. Pop champagne, I'ma do it for the thrill. Escape with me, I'm saying it maybe. We could take off and then land on a jet ski. Baby, I'll hold you tight. Top shelf with the dash, show you right.
Welcome to the channel. This is your boy DZ, and this is DZ Music, where music equals life. If this is your first time, welcome. If you are a returning viewer, welcome back. Here at DZ Music, we review all things music, including albums. More importantly, albums. So we go through an artist's full project from beginning to end, and we dive into those lesser known tracks and those tracks that we didn't get to hear because of the singles, or we just didn't go back and listen to. We dive into them and say why we should go back and listen to it. One of the good things about doing this channel is that I like new music. And I have to be honest with you, I was so excited for 2025 because I was like, we were going to get so much brand new music. And so far, it has been a flop. Not a flop that's music-wise. I mean, we just haven't gotten any music. And I personally think it's because of the economy we're living in right now and the political climate. Everybody's scared or just timid to put out new stuff. Beginning of the year and the summer, everybody was more did the safe bet. Instead of putting out an album, they went touring, which I cannot blame them. So with that being said, fall is coming up around us, and now we are starting to get some official new music from some artists. So coming up, we have Ed Sheeran, who is putting out a new album. We have Cardi B and her long-awaited album. Can't wait to hear that. Doja Cat and her new album. Mariah Carey and her new album. And then we have Taylor Swift. Of course, everybody knows she's putting out an album this fall also. Now, these are some possible albums that might be coming out as well. A$AP Rocky, Bad Bunny, DJ Khaled, Lana Del Rey, Megan Thee Stallion, Summer Walker. Now, those are possibles. We might not. They may come in early 2026. Who knows? But for now, the artist we are diving in today, who is leading the charge in releasing new music for the end of summer, early fall, is none other than Miss Espresso herself, Sabrina Carpenter. So let's not waste any more time and dive into her new album. So here is the album Man's Best Friend by Sabrina Carpenter, and the first song on the album we get is the first single off of the album, Man Child. Now, I have to say, Man Child is funny. It is really funny. I think Sabrina does a really good job at satire and using sarcasm when she sings. She plays up to let's be honest. Sabrina is a blonde, blue-eyed, beautiful young lady, and she plays up to the stereotypes that go along with it. So I think doing this album and naming it Man's Best Friend and the first song being Man Child is a great kind of to everybody else in the world who still put women in those kinds of stereotypes. So Man Child is fun. It opens, it gives us this 80s kind of sound. She starts off like, oh boy. She starts off with that, oh boy. And she goes into the verses come come in, and then we get into this country vibe. So it is a very country driven song. I could see it playing on the country charts. But Man Child, great little pop song, even though it still sounds kind of country. I think the lyrics are hilarious, and throughout this album, she does great play on words throughout it. But when she says, never heard of self-care, half your brain just ain't there. I think it's crazy. And then when she says, I like my boys playing hard to get, and I like my man all incompetent. So it's like, okay, which one do you like? Do you want them dumb, or, but you can't complain about being a man child, and then you say you like them playing hard to get, and you like them incompetent. So I don't know, but Man Child, great song. Track number 2 on the album we have is Tears. Now Tears gives us the next single. Like, this is going to will be the next single off of this album, but it is total disco vibes. Like, the vibe from this album is, I will tell you this, from going through the whole album over and over again, it gives us bits of 80s but really hones into country, like old country and 70s. That is the total vibe of this album. Sabrina she is an old soul. You can tell that by her direction on this album. But Tears gives us a total disco vibe. It is totally playful. And it makes fun of men doing the most minuscule of tasks. So when she sings the chorus, I get wet at the thought of you being a responsible guy, treating me like you're supposed to do. Tears run down my thighs. You say that and it sounds like, oh my God, that's how it opens, and it sounds so great. It's gonna be a light little love song. But then when she gets to the verse and she says, like, a little initiative can go a very long way. Baby, just do the dishes. I'll give you what you want. A little communication, yes, that's my ideal foreplay. Assemble a chair from IKEA like chicka. And then you go back into the chorus, but then the verse 2 gets me too, because it says, a little respect for a woman can get you a very far. Remembering how to use your phone gets me oh so hot. Considering I have feelings like, why are my clothes still on? Offering to do anything, oh God. And then one part she says about assembling IKEA furniture. I just thought this was funny. Like, this is satire at its best on this song, because you have the song is named Tears, so maybe, you might be thinking it's something serious, and then you get the vibe of this song and you come out with this total disco track, fast, upbeat, and it's totally meant for radio. It's totally meant to be played for the general public. It is just funny. It is satire, and it made me chuckle because Sabrina sounds good on this. Don't get me wrong. I do think a lot of times, one thing I noticed on the album is that a lot of times it seems like the music was out drowning her. Like, the music, the production wise, was louder than she was. And I guess that's because she has such a soft, like, angelical voice. I think, like, she should have been a little bit on the forefront, because even when I was listening to this the first couple times and I couldn't see the lyrics, I was like, I can't really understand what she's saying. It sounds like she's more in the background and the production's more in the front ground. But nevertheless, I now know what the songs are saying because I went through the lyrics. But if you're just a listener listening, you would probably notice that, like, I don't know what you're really saying. I get the chorus, but I don't know what you're really saying in the song, But nevertheless, Tears is a great song. I thought it was. Track number 3 on the album we get is My Man on Willpower. When I tell you, I love this track. Like, Sabrina is very, very, very good at delivering these messages in this song. Like, you have to look at the lyrics. If it's your first time listening to the album and you're like, I don't understand really, look through the lyrics, then you will get it. But my man on Willpower is Sabrina's Stranger in My House. If you know, you know, Tamia. This, if she was to make a version of There's a Stranger in My House, pop quiz, tell me, that's what my man on Willpower is. Because basically what she is saying is, he is here, he's not paying me any attention, and he has now all of a sudden all this willpower. Brilliant, 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 brilliant writing on this. Brilliant writing on this. I will tell you, so we go back into that country sound, and not only country, it kind of gives me a little bit of like, and this is no disrespect when I say this, but it gives me a little bit of show choirish on it. And I know she comes from a theater world, so it does kind of make sense that it would be that would kind of influence her musical choices as well. But my man on Willpower is great. It's a great song, and those harmonies is insane. And then when she does it again on the end, and she breaks, and there's a break, and that harmony comes through. It's angelic. I can't say enough about it. My man on Willpower is a bop. It is track number 4 on the album we have is Sugar Talking. Now, Sugar Talking again gives us that country vibe, but when she opens it with that ooh, 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 like I can't do it like her, but she sounds amazing on it. And I just knew from when that opener came in, it was gonna be a bop. I just knew it. I didn't have to look at the lyrics. I didn't have to hear. I literally didn't have. I just knew it. You know, when you hear certain songs, it's crazy. You can listen to certain. You can see certain titles. You can hear one little melody, and you could hear, and you just know, boom, that's gonna be a hit. That is gonna grab me. I already know that is. So that's what we get with Sugar Talking. Basically, the song is talking about getting, all that good talk, all that sweet talk, all that stuff. You know, they say men women like what they hear, men like what they see. So basically, she's putting a play on that. Like, don't give me all that sugar talking. Put all that talking into action. I don't want to hear it in my ear. I want to see it in action. So I thought this was a great, great way to put it. The vibe of the song is though very laid back, very, very, very just easygoing. But the message of the song is very prevalent. You know what I mean? So I thought that was smart that she did that. Sugar Talking, I would say, is one of the standouts for me on this album. Great, great, great track. And again, moving on into track number 5 on the album, We Almost Broke Up Again Last Night. What a title. I don't know. I might have probably put, if I had to shorten it, We Broke Up. Yeah, maybe that, but it's a long title. I don't care. Either way, the song is amazing. Again, this is a standout for me. It totally gives us pop ballad from the 70s. Oh my God. Sabrina is doing amazing at just capturing the sound of that era. She is killing it on this. So we almost broke up again last night is basically talking about how, in relationships you fight and you make up and you break up, make up and break up, and how, others might talk about your relationship and then you're right back together again. It is amazing. Her harmonies are amazing. That sound of the pop ballads of the 70s, she totally captured that. You can't, and that's what's so amazing on this track. Sabrina, I have to give her 10s where 10s are due. We Almost Broke Up Last Night. Her angelic sound on it, it totally, just like how we have the Adeles, whose voice is from another era. We have Amy Winehouse, whose voice is from another era. Being able, like Sabrina, her voice really is capturing that pop sound that was big for the GP of the 70s, if that makes sense. She sounds very, very good on this track. I love it because it just gives me nostalgia of being a fan of music of that time. Great job, and we almost broke up last night. Track number 6 on the album, we move into Nobody's Son. Nobody's Son, for me, it makes me smile. It makes me smile because it transports you back to that time of the 1970s. It's so smart how they did this because it's like late 70s, early 80s mashed into one song to produce the sound that we get on Nobody's Son, which I thought was very, very smart. Lyrically, it's not that deep. Again, she's playing on satire, but in between the verses, when they do that music breakdown of how songs used to be produced back in those days, it just makes me laugh. And it reminds me of watching old videos of our grandparents and back in the day and how they used to two-step and do their little two-step and dance together. So Nobody's Son, a great song on the album. I don't think it's a go back to for me, only for nostalgic reasons. That's why I would listen to it again. But it's still a great job on it. Track number 7 on the album, we move into Never Getting Laid. And I have to say that this one is, again, another funny track. And by now, if you couldn't tell by the album cover and the theme of this album that she was being facetious, that she was being sarcastic when she did that album cover, just by the tracks so far, then I don't know what to tell you. But again, I thought she was really smart. But Never Getting Laid, again, goes into that deep sound of the 70s, a nice 70s like mid-tempo ballad. It really sounds like she could be singing this in a club somewhere underground. It's just a good track. The key to this, or I would say the gem of this track, is you have to listen to the lyrics. You have to get into the lyrics to really understand what she's saying and seeing just how brilliant it was on wordplay. But even though the lyrics are really good, I would say for me, again, it is the music. The music just transports you to a time. And being a music lover, loving musics of all genres and all times, it just transports you. And it does. She did a really good job on that. I think the chorus is brilliant, though. It goes, baby, I'm not angry, love you all the same. I hope you get agoraphobia someday, and all your days are sunny from your window pane. Wish you a lifetime full of happiness and a forever of never getting laid. Now that is a diss. That is a diss. And just in case, because I had to look it up, agoraphobia, it means an anxiety disorder characterized by a persistent and intense fear of situations where escape might be difficult or embarrassing. Yeah, that's a nice, classy way of dissing someone. So, Never Getting Laid, I would say for me, it is a good track. I liked it for the play on the words, but the music, again, was what captivated me. But track number 8 on the album we get is When Did You Get So Hot? Now, this song is a standout for me simply because musically, vocally, I got to hear Sabrina's personality musically in this track. It is one of the shortest tracks on this album, but it really should have been longer because the way she was singing is insane. I really got to hear what she could do musically. All the other tracks so far were good, they were great, but I didn't hear any I didn't hear Sabrina in it. If I was to be like, let me hear what she can do vocally, I would say this is the track that gave me that. It showed personality, it showed versatility, it showed what she could do. Her harmonies was amazing, the way she delivered was great. Her use of her falsetto, I thought was great in this short little package on When Did You Get So Hot. So for that alone, I like this track. Moving into track number 9 on the album, we get is Go Go Juice. So again, Go Go Juice is a funny song to me. I just love the wordplay in it. She's really good in it. So again, we go back into that country vibe sound that she's going for here. And basically the song is talking about getting drunk and calling someone just, to have a good time. And I think one of the lyrics say, a girl who knows how to hold her liquor is a girl who's been dumped. So Go Go Juice, it's fun, it's upbeat, it's more campy to me. It's a good track on here. It flows well with what we have, the direction of the album. Is it a go back to for me? No, not so. But I could see this playing well live on stage. I could see her really amping up the antics with this song live. I think it would be better done live. But for me, it gives soundtrack. It gives Broadway soundtrack, if that makes sense. Track number 10 on the album we have is Don't Worry, I'll Make You Worry. Yeah. Damn. It's good. It's really good. It's really good. This is what I mean when Sabrina has that magic of when you have a production that is amazing, you have music that's amazing, and then you have lyrics that are equally amazing, and then artist itself sounds just out of worldly. Like, she sounds amazing on this. This song is great. If she does that, I don't know. Could it be a single? Could it make it in GP? I don't know. But I really think it has a shot. I really do think. Don't Worry, I'll Make You Worry. So good. Like her angelic voice on that, and then the play. It's so smart because musically it's brilliant. It has that country again, but it still has. It could be country and pop at the same time. But then the lyrics on this is so good, and she sounds so amazing. That harmony, that angelic harmony is insane. And that chorus, don't worry, I'll make you worry like no other girl can. So don't worry, damn sure I'll never let you know where you stay. I can't do it as good as her. I'm just learning the album. But yeah. Don't Worry, I'll Make You Worry. Great track. Great track. Definitely is a standout in my book. And the track number 11 on the album, A Man's Best Friend by Sabrina Carpenter, we get is House Tour. And when I tell you House Tour is a bop, it is a bop. So we go back into that totally 80s sound again, and it is upbeat, it is fast. She sounds amazing on the track, but it totally makes you want to get up and dance. Remember when they used to have like American Top 40 and they used to have everybody dancing, or like Soul Train dancing? Like, this is totally that kind of jam. That puts the theme of that is right in this jam. House Tour is fun, it's upbeat, it is a great jam. I love it. It's fun. It's freeing. It makes you want to get up, dance, move. Total 80s vibe. Totally great. She totally did a great job on this song. I do think it should have been placed higher up in the album, but it being next to the last track coming towards the end of the album, I'm not mad at it. But great jam. Won't be surprised. I honestly won't be surprised if it becomes a single. I wouldn't. But I would love to see her. I could imagine her doing this live because it's so fun. Last track on the album we have is Goodbye. So again, we go back into that country sound and that Western sound that Sabrina has been exploring on this album. Goodbye is dramatic. That's what I can say. It is dramatic. It sounds like it should be the opening of a country Western movie in a good way. I love it. I think she sounds amazing on it. And I kept trying to figure out like who Sabrina sounds like if I was to compare, which I don't like to compare artists, but to me, she kind of reminds me of Jewel from the 90s, early 2000s. Jewel, the indie pop singer. Her voice kind of reminds me of that, especially when she does these country sounding songs. But again, she sounds good. The production is good on it. Again, it is like the opening of a country Western song. Like you should be galloping on horses whilst this is like We Ride at Dawn, this is the kind of song that should be playing, but it's a good song. I don't know about it closing out the album. I really think Don't Worry, I'll Make You Worry should have really closed out the album, but Goodbye, great track. That is it, you guys. That is the brand new album by Sabrina Carpenter, Man's Best Friend. Let me know what you think of the album. For me, there are 4 standouts on this album for me. That is My Man on Willpower, Sugar Talking, and We Almost Broke Up Again Last Night, and Don't Worry, I'll Make You Worry. I think the album is good. I think the album flows very well. I think she did a great job of sticking to the theme of what she was looking for this album. The only worry I kind of have with this album is there's not really any standouts for GP, for the general public, like there was on Short and Sweet. So that might be a little bit worrisome. But other than that, this album was really good. I thought it was really good. And shout out and kudos to Sabrina for leading the charge of new music coming this fall. So guys, let me know in the comments section what you think of Man's Best Friend, your impressions. What did you think? What did you like? Did you agree with me? Didn't agree with me? Let me know. I want to hear it all in the comments section. Remember to subscribe to the channel, comment, hit that notification bell, and so you'll know when I upload new videos. Also, remember to follow me on TikTok and Instagram at DZMusic84. Until next time, you guys, and we get another album review video, I will see you then. Peace.
Yippee-ki-yo, yippee-ki-yay, working like 3 dots, ready for a vacate. Like it when we touch down, like it when we spontaneous. So I work as hard as I play. I'm trying to see you in the moonlight, so you can meet me by the poolside. I know you're looking for a good time.